Welcome back, Tubal Views and Boat Brutes. Here we go. It's a boat. It's got some dark gel coat, and the reason that I show dark gel coat is so that you guys don't get confused as I'm working the compounds on there. You know exactly what's happening. It shows everything. Shows what I'm doing while I'm doing it, and shows what I'm doing or what the results are afterwards. This boat has had some water spots sit on the surface and burn in. It's also got some random transfer marks from hitting a dock, or perhaps another boat or a jet ski, or who cares. Maybe it was somebody swimming in the water that had a hair clip and the plastic just transferred. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that while you can hit this with Super Duty, or you could hit this with Heavy Cut, I'm going to show you that you can actually get rid of oxidation with just Perfected. Now, I'm only doing this as a demonstration, and I'll do it right about here, underneath this post and that cleat. So right in there, I'll use Perfected, show you what it can and cannot do. But realistically, if I came up to this boat, what I would think to myself is, well, she's going to need some Heavy Cut, but this is going to take a little bit more than what I want to put on there with Heavy Cut, so I'll probably put some Super Duty right here. And I'll probably put some Super Duty right here and some right here. And then I'm starting to think about it. Why not just hit all the oxidation with Super Duty and then come back over it with Heavy Cut? While I've got Super Duty out, I will use that to attack these scratches and see if I can't pull those out. If I can, great. If I can't, oh well. I'll also be trying to get out, now I don't know if you can see it, our WN numbers. Actually, this was, yeah, it's right here. There's a Z. There's a 7, there's an M. I'm guessing you can see that. If not, with Super Duty, I'll be trying to take that out. And a couple little scratches up here. But after that, I'll come back over it with Heavy Cut. So sit back, relax, grab a beer. I brought 4, just in case. It is a warm day, but I thought maybe if somebody showed up and I wanted to talk to them, I could hand them a beer. So that's what those are for. Okay, and as I stated earlier, I'll be doing this section right here with just Perfected EXAC, the least aggressive compound I have. And that's not actually true. I have another compound that's even less aggressive, and that's the 6068, the 0666068. This is the Perfected EX ultra fine machine polish. This is what you use on paint, not a boat. I've never, and I've tried, guys. I've over the last 20 years, you can imagine, I've pulled it out every now and then, when I think, oh, I got to do a really good job on this boat and make it like my opus. It does nothing. It looks like you melted butter on the thing, and then as soon as you wash it, it looks just like you Perfected EXAC'd it. So I have one of these, but I don't use it unless there's paint. You should not use this unless there's paint. But it does say it produces a swirl-free finish even on black vehicles. Amazing. Something tells me, though, that I could make a swirl on a black vehicle with that. All right, so very first thing we got to do is clean out our pad. I prefer to use a spur. It's just a metal thing with some little spiky things on it. The pad's got a little compound in it, gummed up. People are always asking me. How do you clean your pads? Do I take them off? Do I put them in the washing machine? The answer is no. You let them dry and you have more than one pad, because damn, come on people. More than one pad. When it's dry, you take it out, you put it on your buffer, you pull the speed up all the way, pull the trigger, lock it, and then hold your breath, and maybe watch your eyes, because some stuff's going to fly out of here. So here's how this goes. You do not need a lot of pressure. With this spur against the buffer wheel, all you have to do is run it from the center to the outside and outside to the center a couple times, and I keep going until I stop seeing the plume of dust kick off the buffer wheel. And once that happens, you're pretty much clean, or at least clean enough for the girls I date. Get to work. And then fluff it up when you're done. Ooh, that's a clean buffer pad. Lee, how'd you do that? I just showed you. Okay, so again, we're focusing on this little section a little bit to the right of you. So I'll move you so you're dead centered in there. And I'm just going to use the least aggressive rubbing compound that I would expect that any of you might be trying. Now this is just an experiment to show you how aggressive Perfected EX AC can be. So if you're wondering, yes, a little bit of boat came off. I'll flip the pad over so that while I'm using the other side, the clean side, this side has a chance to dry, and then when it's dry I just spur it out. Anyway, let's go back into looking at this. So I'm going to show you what this looks like before I wipe it off, because you guys are probably curious. You can probably tell that there is a definite color change. The oxidized water spots are gone. It has a reflection. And you're probably noticing the little swirl marks all throughout that. So let me do the really cool thing of showing you. I think it's really cool. I assume it's really cool. What it looks like when I take just a microfiber towel, just a dirty, nasty microfiber towel, and I see if I can't wipe those swirl marks away. By the way, I'm sweating my ass off. So anyway, this is just to show you that even the weakest compound that I suggest you use is enough to get through crap like this. Try to show my watch. It's going to be a little difficult. Anyway, you get the point. Now, you could do this entire boat in Perfected EXAC. The only reason I'm not going to do that is because back in this area, I got a ton of stuff that's going to take me a ton of time. So instead of massaging this boat with EXAC, I'll put a little bit of heavy cut and maybe some Super Duty back here. I'll just knock those out really quick. And yes, then I will probably leave a swirl, but it's okay because I'll come back over it with Perfected EXAC. All that said, we should have a pretty decent looking boat when we're done. So I'm going to start back over here. And I'll set you up and we'll show you how that goes. But just so you know that when it comes to some of the compounds that I use, you don't always have to do the most aggressive thing out there to get through what's on the surface. Ta-da! I will also say that this color that I'm seeing isn't the deepest black that I know cobalt produces. So on a personal level, and this just comes from years of doing this, I know that I can do better. All right? So I'll get back here, we'll start there, and things will happen. Talk to you in a bit.
And if you're wondering if you're going to see me finish the rest of this boat, the answer is yes. But first, I need you to hit that subscribe button. Then I'll post it. Promise. Pinky swear.